What's up everybody, Fishy here. Today we're heading down to Vespucci Beach because finally I have an updated, refreshed, brand new 2015 BMX tutorial for beginners. I know this is requested a lot. I'm glad to finally be able to bring it to you, and if you can pay attention to some of the stuff in here and you can master most of these techniques, guaranteed you are going to BMX better on Grand Theft Auto 5. So whether you're young or old, new or veteran, it doesn't matter. Hopefully you can learn something today and this is going to help you. Okay, so here we are down at the beach. The first thing you need to do is learn how to pedal. You do that by holding A or X depending on which console you're on. You can tap it to pedal faster. Additionally, you can lean forward with the left stick and that helps you move along quicker too. So now we'll learn about the brakes. Pedal forward and you can hold R2 or right trigger and that is the rear brake. Pedaling away again, you hold L2 or left trigger and that is the front brake. Very important. Right, so now we have the bunny hop. First thing you do, press R1 or RB while riding the bike. Pretty straightforward, bounces you up in the air. This is not just as simple as it looks though, because one of the most important things about learning the bunny hop is also to learn how to do the forward bunny hop. Now you do this while bunny hopping and leaning forward with the left stick, pushing it all the way forward. It takes a little bit of practice, but this is one of the most important pieces of BMXing well on Grand Theft Auto 5, and I tell it to everyone I know if you're just starting out. So you're riding along, you do your bunny hop, but you lean forward at the same time with the left stick. Take a bit of time to learn this, it's really important and it forms the basis of a lot of tricks. Okay, next thing, straight after the forward bunny hop, you need to learn how to do the speed hop. It's the same theory as the forward bunny hop, it's just that you're doing it faster and more often. And what it does, it helps you get around the map really quickly, and once you've learned to control it, you can outrun people, you can get a lot of speed for performing clips, and it's generally just a handy thing to know whether you're new or old at the BMX. So take a bit of time with this as well, get it down and enjoy getting around faster than usual. Okay, so once you've got used to the speed hop, you can now do what's called the height hop. Well, that's what I call it. All you're doing is basically bunny hopping and pulling back and then leaning forward with the left stick in the same time in the air. So bunny hop R1, RB, pull back with the left stick and then push your nose right towards the ground. Okay, so once you've done some practice with the forward jumps and the speed hops, you can then start practicing it off edges, buildings, ledges, wherever you like. I've set up a little ramp here and I'll show you the correct way to do these jumps. So with a bit of speed, you head towards your ramp, R1, RB, lean forward with the left stick and you'll get much greater distance. Once you've got that down, you can then put a speed hop in and combining it with the forward jump, you can travel much further off any gap. Right, so once you're confident that you are jumping correctly and bunny hopping properly, you can then start learning about doing the 360. 360 is pretty straightforward. You combine the same bunny hopping technique and you push left or right with your left analog stick. Left rotating to the left, right rotating to the right obviously. Combine that with a speed hop and a forward jump and you can get a nice long 360. Now we move on to the wheelie. Pretty straightforward, you're just riding along the ground, push forward with the left stick and then pull the left stick back down and that pulls the front of the bike up. You can then hold the wheelie by simply holding X or A. So you push forward on the left stick, pull it back and you'll get yourself into a nice controlled wheelie. Okay, so moving on from the wheelie, you can then incorporate the rear wheel wheelie into what's known as the rear wheel bounce or a wheelie bounce. And all it is you're riding along, pulling a wheelie and bouncing your back tire off any curb or relatively low objects. So this is a really handy technique to use to get up into a high place that has very little run up, and it's just a really nice little thing to know. So once you get the hang of that, you can start bouncing off curbs all over the place, do a few spins, whatever you like. Moving on from the wheelie, we're now going to learn the nose manual or nose stoppy, front wheel stoppy. Ride along on the flat ground, L2 or left trigger, halfway hold it down and it pushes the weight forward on the bike. It does take a bit of practice to learn how to do it, but it's definitely one of those things you won't regret learning. So riding along, leaning forward, L2 or left trigger, halfway down, moves the weight forward. Once you have the basic grasp of that, you can then add a bunny hop to it, same principle, leaning forward, halfway down, L2 or left trigger. It's one of my favourite tricks and that's why I thrash it all the time, and it's also something that a lot of people find really hard to do. So once you get the hang of it, add some speed with some speed hops and then start balancing, L2, left trigger, leaning forward. Once you get all of that down, you can then start bunny hopping out and doing it on ledges, on top of buildings or gaps. So leaning forward, L2, left trigger, piece of piss. So the final thing to learn today with this tutorial is called the double jump or a super jump. And what it means is you're bunny hopping into your stair set and then bunny hopping out. And it's one of the most important things to learn. It takes a lot of practice and you'll bail a lot, but all you need to do is bunny hop in, R1, RB, and then bunny hop out again and you get massive air. Combine that with a 360 and you've now learned how to control your bike. Alright everybody, so that's the end of the video. Thanks very much for stopping by. I know a lot of this stuff was pretty basic and straightforward, but if you can incorporate all of these tips and tricks and master them, it's going to make you a better BMXer no matter what. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this video helps out all of the new people on the scene. If you do have any questions, be sure to send them to me on Twitter at FishyDizzle. Also check out my channel for other tutorials such as spot locations, handlebar grinds, arse slides, all those sorts of goodness. So I hope this video helps you out. If it did, leave a like and I'll see you on the next video.